Hello pinball fans, Matt Owen here with another pinball video. Today we're working on this Stern Dracula MPU board. It suffered some minor corrosion damage in the past, but it works. It boots into a Stern Dracula game state in my partner's Bally Future SPA. But we can't be running Dracula in there, we got to run Future SPA. So I made a little video, hopefully you guys have seen the YouTube short, where I burn this 2764 ROM for Future SPA. In this video I'm gonna hopefully convert this to take this longer ROM and run the U1, U2 and U6 code all just on this one chip, so I can use this Stern MPU in the Bally Future SPA. So I'm following the instructions on pinwiki.com and we're just going to start working through them. Let's do it. So I got to remove any proms. I'm going to take these proms out that already exist, which is the U2 and U6 from Dracula. Bag them up. Also, I don't have any sockets, so I'm going to have to use these two little pins to extend it out and lift one of these sockets off the board to use as in the next step. Look, it'll make sense. First of all, prepare yourself as I remove these and desolder a socket. So I'm going to swap to time lapse and work on this board in front of the camera here and try and do all of that. And then we'll work through the next steps together. It'll be fun, trust me. Take two of the last clip. Alright, so I just pulled out this socket from U1 and took out the other two chips from the game that we're not going to need anymore. And the next job is to follow step 2 and prepare this socket and these other little guys to aid him, because I need a socket that's a little bit longer. This one's obviously the same because I just pulled it off the board. I should be able to hang this guy out and then have this guy in here and another two pins which I can cut off and put in there, and then follow step 2's instructions of bending out certain pins on this. So here we have those guys, and this thing we've got pins 1 to 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28 for our 28 pin EEPROM that we burned. This guy, that's a little long. But anyway, I'm going to bend these out now. So bend out pins 1 and 2. And then 20, 23, 27 and 28. Well, 27 and 28 over this side. And then count backwards. 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23. 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23. 22, 21, 20 needs to be bent. and 1 and 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 are bent out. So we should be able to stick this guy in like so. Wowee. Then we can get our other little guys in the back. Which are quite a bit different in height and shape. Hopefully they'll still grab the legs though. I'll put this guy around the correct direction. I might have to bend their legs around a little bit. That's where he's gonna live. Anyway, next thing, time lapse while I repair this jumper, this cut, and this jumper, and the cut just below that. Already reflowed the header pins, sanded off all the corrosion. I do need to do a battery as well, which will be part of this video. So you prepare for time lapse as I repair the hack jobs. Alright, well, I repaired the cut track here with the jumper that was on there and undid the jumping, and removed the jumper from the back and put a little jumper of my own over the cut track. And as far as I can see on this thing, there's no weird hacks, so we can move on to the next step. Well, no weird hacks, I say, as I've got this abomination. I don't know if it's focusing or not. Anyway, next step, ensure there are no jumpers connected to E3, E4 and E8. Looks like E8 and E10 are connected, so let's see if we can get rid of them. I wonder if we can desolder this from the top. Oh, it's not set. Well, let's remove some of it. If I do that again, there's not much on this side. And take out that little jumper from this end now, hopefully. Looks like it's those two. Oops. My aim was off with that one. Might have still done it. I find a little twist on the end of the thing you're trying to pull out. Sometimes freeze it. Beautiful. We now have this little jumper freed from the pinball. Put it back in a time lapse while I take any more out that I need. Let's see, E3 and E4. Looks like E3 and E4 are connected here. Here, sorry. E6 and E7 are connected, but it mentions nothing about them, so maybe they've got nothing to do with it. I'm just gonna pull this out and tune back in a second. Time-lapse time. Alright. There are no jumpers connected to E3, E4 and E8, so we can move on to step 4. Connect EEPROM socket pins 1, 27 and 28 to 5 volt. I choose to use pin 24 of U3 as the source for plus 5 volt. The wire in red is in my examples. Let's see if we can find the picture. This will come up on screen for you guys now. Looks like a beautiful red wire. Well, that should be pretty simple. Wait a minute, have I put this guy in the right spot? I don't think I have. I think I should be doing this guy in U2, not U6. Alright, come back in when I've wired this up. It's time for an update. There's our U6, there's a jumper to repair the cut track, and here's our U2 monstrosity. We've got 5 volts connected to pin 1, pin 27 and pin 28 over here. Just because it's not clear, this wire connects to here, and then there's a wire that goes underneath the chip that connects to there and there. And they all connect into this big long 5 volt rail here. Next step, the time lapse of step 5. So we've connected pin 20 of U3 to pin 24 of U9. And we've also connected pin 2 to pin 20 of U3. So we're able to move on to step 6, which is connecting the ground to pin 20. So I'm going to connect that to that long ground trace right there, because I took out U1. It'll be easy for me to just bump a little jumper right there. Time for a time lapse. Bloody beautiful, I tell you. So you can see we've got a jumper. It's probably a bit long, doesn't really look the best, but we can see that this grounding plane is now connected to pin 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So, happy day. We can move on to step 7 of 8. We're getting so close to testing this thing. Step 7, we got to connect jumper E3 to the side of resistor R14 closest to the EEPROM socket. Let's turn this thing around and have a look. So there's R14 over here, and there's E3. So we're going to need a big beautiful jumper. use our black wire again. On the example, it's got the picture of it going through this resistor. Looks like we're a little bit too long. We'll cut it short and make that thing up. Well, I ended up connecting it on the bottom, but we should still have E3 connected to R14, which we do. So finally, step number 8, before we can put a 64,000 bit ROM inside this board and hopefully play some Future SPA, is we got to connect EEPROM pin 23 to jumper location E4. That will connect all EEPROM A11 to CPU A11. This wire is green in my examples. So have a look at the picture. It's our final little guy hanging off, just needs to connect to E4. Are we going to be able to reach him with this little jumper wire that I have left without too much effort? I think so. Look, we'll quickly do this one in real time. The final step. Tin this guy up. Ooh. Over the board in the danger zone. You probably don't want to do this tinning over the board, because it could drop solder unnecessarily, but we're gonna be very careful here. That end looks nasty. Just gonna clean that up a little bit. Good grief. Ugly stuff. Alright, I reckon we should be able to tin our little F4. Put the first little part of our jumper on. Beautiful. And look, we can go through this big loopy thing. Ah! Stabbed myself. I blame the camera. I'd never normally do that. Definitely not because I'm clumsy. Oh my goodness. Alright. Oh. Give that a little kink on the end here. Is it going to want to reach? It's so close. You guys even see that from over there? Oh look, it's hanging right on there now. Give it a bit more solder. Oh wow, it just jumped right into place by the end there. So now, theoretically, we've done all 8 steps. We removed the old proms and ROMs and etcs. We robbed the socket because I needed one. Oh, look, I've almost forgot. I have to put these little guys in so we can pass our legs down to these ones. So we bent out our pins, we put our weird socket in, we got rid of all the jumpers that it specified. We connected the 3 pins at the top to power. Then we connected this one to here, which goes to here somewhere. And then we connected this one to ground. Then we connected this resistor to E3. And then we connected this guy to E4, which connects on the back. Does it? Connects to nothing? Connects to nothing, I swear. This E4 just had a connection up the top inherently. It does. There you go. So you work through it with me. I'm going to put this Future SPA chip in, and we're going to see if it works. This will be the hard part, lining up the legs. Might just quickly check everything again. So this should be connected to these legs. This should be connected to here, which is also connected to what, pin 20 of that one back there, whatever it was. Point is, it's this one, this one, this one, no? Looking at the wrong side. A 24, alright, so that's connected to pin 24 of that, that's good. Then our ground is connected here. Resistor is connected to E3. And E4 is connected to pin 23, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23. Alright, I'll just make sure that we have a connection in the socket to every other leg. Beautiful. So I dare say this should now run Future SPA on the 2764 EEPROM. I'm gonna go stick it in the game and bring you along with me to test it out once it's all in. Exciting! Moment of truth, we're going to put it in and see what it does.
And then we, but what was it, like a forum post, or where'd you find these good instructions?
On pinwiki.com.
Yeah, okay.
Really good instructions on there.
Yeah.
For this era of pinball. Very well documented. Somebody's taken the time to go and collate it all into one place.
Very good.
Probably like the easiest era of pinball to learn to work on.
Yeah, okay.
Good place to start.
It's good. I hate though that it's often people online sound like they know what they're talking about, and that they often don't, and AI's just making that a whole lot worse.
Yeah, that's right. Stating shit as fact. It's funny in forum posts. It's old men that think they know what they're talking about.
Or even just that, you might have people who do know what they're talking about, but that AI will mash it up into something different.
Yeah. Well, let's see if this mashes up into a working board.
Very exciting.
One flush. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Oh my gosh. Let's okay, top score is 4018.
That was quite a weird sound.
That was a really weird sound. Shall we see how it plays?
Yeah, if it plays at all. I don't know if we'll have any credits because the old board was on free play. Let's see if it even credits up. Looks like the attract sequence is correct.
That's cool, nice. But what, the credit display's not working?
It's just turned off because we had
the
other board. I think that was just an out-hole issue there.
Yeah.
Made that seem weird. Split flipper it, Luke. We can't knock the camera.
Really different sounds.
Yeah, it does sound weird. board setting instead of the synthesized ones like the emulated child or something. I don't know, some of them are the same.
Yeah.
And there's no background sound. I guess it's because their dips are all going to be all over the place. Like our settings are much easier by those. But it works.
Oh.
This is a shit camera angle. Oh, just a drain anyway. But that's pretty amazing. I burned the ROM correctly.
Yeah.
I did the board mod correctly. We just need to do the... Well, it needs a battery because it's going to keep forgetting all its memory.
Dip switches.
Yeah, to get them, we'll just mirror what it had on the other system. It seems to be working just as well as it did before, though. The sounds are maybe a bit nicer.
Yeah.
It's quite interesting. Nice drop catch. Oh yeah, that's what you were talking about before.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I've shot nothing. Or have I? I was going for that.
You need that letter.
Oh.
You get a completely different sound for that one.
Yeah, instead of the... I kind of like that. What did it even do instead?
I mean, like a weird synthesizer. It was like a... To me, it sounded like it was trying to make a splash sound without the technology to make a splash.
Yeah, whereas before it was sort of able to do that splash of sorts. Or, I don't know. I guess it wasn't really. Oh yeah. We've got quite a big bonus over the 2X, so I've missed. Oh my goodness. Well, it works though. What a successful endeavour this has been. Oh, and we're on 5 ball.
Alright.
The thrill is yet to be over. Oh, I can hear the kitty in the background. We might get some kitty cam if we're lucky. Alright. Spinner's on. It's a more pleasant experience with the sounds like this, honestly. This is an upgrade. God damn. I wonder how the displays come across on the GoPro. Awful. You can't even read them. It's even worse than the camera's synchronization. That catches a little bit more. The phone camera.
Can you adjust the frame rate on that or on your phone?
Probably.
Try to get it into sync.
Yeah, I should mess with that. Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, the specials are available to us if we spell Future SPA again. Oh. Oh no, I helped it go out, I reckon. I'll call this a success though. Oh, we even set the high game. No, because it's got no battery.
No, I mean even for... Yeah. So yeah, it's largely functioning well.
Yeah, at least I mean it's functioning perfectly well. Still seems to be those weird sort of communication issues with solenoids.
Yeah.
But I dare say that's like corroded connectors or bad wiring or something.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah.
Well, yeah, you thought that was under the playfield rather than the board, right?
Yeah, definitely somewhere other than the boards, because it's consistent across 2 now. Oh, joy. Alright, with the great success of having this thing run Future SPA and play a game, hell yeah, we need to put a battery in it, but before I do that, I'm going to get all the dip switches set correctly. Here's the donor board that we had for a while. This is an Alltech Universal MPU. I've got this set up to Bally Future SPA with these game select dips over here. But these feature dips, I'm going to mirror down on this side. So we get stuff like the 3-ball instead of 5-ball. Make sure all of that settings are correct for difficulty. I will put the dip switch settings on screen, what I recommend for your tournament Future SPA. But for now, I'm just going to mirror these. Except one, which is switch 27, I'm going to make sure that's different because that was turning the credit display off. This time we want our credits to be visible. Hopefully we'll get our background sound back. At the spot letter will be back to hard. And I think that was the only thing I noticed that was different. Now that that has been done, we can go and hunt for a battery and a diode and a battery holder. And I'm going to go back to that Pinwiki and follow some more instructions on how to get a battery in this thing. Stay tuned. Well, well, well. After all that work, we finally have a Stern or a N MPU-100 with a single ROM configuration for Bally Future SPA with a battery. So if this thing turns on, it has like 256,990 is the high score, like the test game I just played, and like 39 or 40 credits. I think 40 credits. We should be laughing. Oh, fingers crossed. Oh, 40 credits. And there we go. The sounds during the game are back to normal. I think there must have been a dip switch setting because I did change all of them. But that boot sound is new. I don't know why it does that, but I am pleased. So this thing is looking great, it's playing great. After all of the lamp caper, I still need to figure out, I think, the R socket and the 3000 Wendland socket. But other than that, oh, there's a few switch adjustment issues with the pops and the slings, of course. They're a never-ending caper. The fact is, that MPU, that Stern MPU, is running Bally Future SPA and Bally Future SPA for us. And you now know how to do that. That applies to basically every Bally and Stern game as well. You can get like a -17 or a -35 Bally MPU or an MPU-100 or an MPU-200 even, and configure it to just have that one ROM chip. You just got to understand the way that it reads the different portions of code. You got to put like U1 and U2 and U6 in the right spot. And once you get that though, it's pretty simple. All I had to do was follow the instructions and we got it right the first time, so I'll call that a happy day. So thank you everyone for watching. I hope you had a good time. I hope you learned something. I hope you want to like and subscribe. Hang on a minute. U is out. Unbelievable. Anyway, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.